What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today is Wednesday, so I'm a day late with the weekly Nightfall Strike. Couldn't be helped. I want to talk about the modifiers and my loadout for this strike, getting it done solo. We're going to cheese our way through this strike. It's going to be really easy, so if you want to get through this strike super fast, this is the way to do it. All right, first of all, Epic and Nightfall. Those are always going to be there for Nightfall strikes. Get used to them. Epic, heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. And Nightfall, if all players die, your fire team is returned to orbit. Next, we have Light Switch. Minions of Darkness deal much more melee damage. This isn't going to be a problem for us. We're going to use our sniper as a primary weapon throughout this strike. It really isn't that difficult. Angry. Minions of Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage. This really isn't that big a deal either, except for the phalanx. They won't flinch, so you won't be able to knock their shield down and then crit them. So you'll have to be. It'll take a few more shots to kill those guys. And finally, Juggler. No ammo drops for your equipped weapon. I really hope you guys have Icebreaker. Zur sold this a couple of times now. Icebreaker makes this strike so much easier. I really hope everybody has it. If you don't, bring plenty of special weapon synthesis. It's more important to bring that in this strike than it is to bring heavy ammo synthesis. So with that being said, let's take a look at our loadout. I'll be using Word of Crota for a primary. The main reason I'm using this is because the Scions in this have void shields. This helps to take them down much, much faster. So I really recommend snagging the Word of Crota, bringing it into this strike. If you don't have that, your favorite primary weapon will do, but I'd probably switch between a void damage sniper rifle and a solar damage sniper rifle, depending on what you're shooting at. I'm going to be using a solar damage sniper rifle because I have the Word of Crota, and specifically I'll be using Icebreaker for like 99% of this strike. I will switch over to Word of Crota, or I'm sorry, to the Black Hammer for the tank fight, because you can just get it to proc over and over and over again on the legs because you're always doing critical damage to it. Which is very nice. Black Hammer is a very good weapon for that fight, but for the most part, Icebreaker wins out for the rest of the strike. And then I'll be kind of switching between Hunger of Crota and the Yalahorn, depending on what I'm using in my secondary slot. If I'm using the Black Hammer, I'll switch over to Yalahorn. If I'm using the Icebreaker, I'll switch over to Hunger of Crota. And I will be using a Warlock, a Sunsinger Warlock class, because of the Solar Grenades. I find those to be very useful in this strike, although, to be honest with you, my main way of doing damage here is going to be Icebreaker. So, with all that being said, let's launch into the strike and get it going. Alright guys, we have landed on Mars. Let's get this strike started. I'm going to be a little rusty. This is the first time I've played Destiny in, well, all week, really. It's Wednesday today. Usually I record this video on Tuesday when the strike comes out, but, well, had some stuff going on that I haven't been able to get it done because of. So hopefully I won't be too rusty. We'll be able to get through this strike without a problem. No burns on this strike, which means it's going to take a fairly long time to actually kill anything, which is too bad, especially the boss himself. Get out of my face. Did that go? Yeah. Alright, so let's move on. The nice thing about the beginning of this strike is there's no burns, so you don't really have to be too careful. If you die, you just restart in the area you're in. It's not until you get to the area with the tank that you actually have to be fairly careful. What are you doing, big boy? He's kicking my ass. That's what he's doing. Take that. Alright, so I'm just going to run past these guys in the interest of making what I plan on having a fairly long video here. So anything I can do to shorten it would be pretty good. This next area, too, is going to be just a run through. I'm not going to fight in here. I'm just going to book it through here. Again, it's not a darkness zone, so if you die, you don't have to worry about getting kicked back to orbit. You just kind of start right back here at the beginning of the area. So there's no real detriment to dying here, which is cool. What I like to do is to actually run all the way over here and hide behind this bunch of tubes here. Wait for that door to open and just book it right out of this room. And that works out pretty well. I usually don't die. But again, if you do, it's not a darkness zone. So for this part, I like to stick to my Word of Crota to take down the Scions because they have void shields. It just makes it a little easier to take these guys out. Ooh. Let's take out this guy here. Ah. Suck it. Suck it. Ow. Where'd he go? No special already? That was quick. So I'm going to switch to Icebreaker to start regenning my special. I did not buy any special heavy or special weapon synthesis, which was probably a bad move on my part. So I will be using the Icebreaker trick quite a bit. Alright, we got him. And we got a heavy weapon to boot. So this really isn't that hard. You just have to stay out of their way. If you stay back here, your sniper rifle is really going to be the most valuable thing in your inventory for this portion. And I'm going to switch to Black Hammer for the actual boss fight. But I might as well just use Icebreaker now. You can shoot their little fins up there if they're hiding behind that hill, which they often do. This is probably one of the most boring strikes, just because the strategy for it, the best strategy I've found is really to just stay back and snipe away, which makes it kind of boring. See if I can't get an angle on these guys. There we go. I think I got him. There we go. Ah, he's gonna hide. So yeah, I've been sick, so that's why I haven't been posting videos this week. Had some kind of flu-ish thing going on. I don't know what it was, to be honest with you. And I've been dealing with a family medical thing, which has kind of got me doing that stuff. So I've just not been able to do videos this week. That's why this video is late. That's why Shard Keep It didn't come out this Monday. But I will definitely try and get that out this week. It's just for anybody who's wondering why there hasn't been the regular set of videos this week. I know Shard and Keep It, people really like that series, so that will be coming back this week. Let's see if I can't get a rocket on that guy. Ah, I missed him. No burns, so nothing is really going to be doing too much damage to us. But, you know, they're still fairly high-leveled enemies. Did that guy die? I guess he did. I'll take out that guy with my sniper rifle, so while I'm waiting for it to recharge, I'll just kind of pick at these guys. In fact, I'm going to switch over to the Fang, which is actually ready to be leveled up all the way. I just need to collect the Glimmer for it, which I'll probably be able to do during this Nightfall. But yeah, this is probably the longest I've gone without playing any Destiny whatsoever. Which is weird. But it's nice to be back to it. Alright, what do we got out there? Because Juggler is on, ammo is definitely going to be a concern. Now, I would prefer Burn on a Nightfall. It definitely makes it easier. But without Burn, I find that especially the boss fights can just get tedious. And Valis has a ton of health. So, him in particular, without a Burn on, it just takes so long to kill him. Was that? No. I was thinking that might be ammo, but it wasn't. And these guys won't flinch. So you just have to kind of keep going after their leg or their arm. I think we're okay. We can trigger the next wave by moving forward. So a ship will come in above us. And you want to be super careful of that ship. There's probably some Scions in here too. Yeah, there's one. I missed him. So I think I'll switch to Word for those Scions. Just back off a little bit here. Just to knock down their shields a little bit easier. I wish there was a Void primary that could kind of be used at longer ranges. Hand cannons can still be used at fairly long ranges, but like a you know, basically a scout rifle. I wish there was a Void scout rifle. That'd be really nice. I don't want to go up here to fight this guy because I'm worried that after I kill him, the ship is going to come and that ship will kill you very quickly. If you kind of get an angle on this guy, you can crit him. Like that. When he kind of pokes his head out from behind his shield. His crit does open up. There we go. So after you kill the first one, I believe the ship comes in. Yeah, there it is. And once the ship comes in, I'm just gonna retreat to back here and continue to snipe at these guys. There's no reason to risk my Nightfall by getting overly aggressive. If I was doing this with a group, obviously I'd be in there mixing it up, but solo, it's just way easier to stay back here. While I'm using Icebreaker, I'm going to actually try not to pick up any synthesis here. Because I do want to use Black Hammer against the tank. And I'd rather have more than 6 shots. So if I do mess up on the timing, I can get a couple of rounds of damage in. These guys are playing it cagey. See if I can't get a line on these guys from up here. Really, though, I might be just fast forwarding through parts of this because this is all this strike seems to offer. It's just a ton of sniping with the icebreaker. And it's not super interesting to watch, but it's probably the safest way of dealing with it. Icebreaker really is a godsend when Juggler is on. Alright, that guy's almost dead. What I want to do now is just kind of take a lap around that area to make sure there's nobody hiding, because I don't want anybody messing with me like that guy once the tank comes out, because I don't want to be distracted. Can't really get a good shot at him. There we go. Alright, that should be everybody. I'm just going to do a quick lap around the back. And I think we're good, so we can take out the boss here. Let me, I'm just going to run back here to pick up this ammo, equip the black hammer. And while we have black hammer equipped, we might as well get Yellow Horn equipped. Where was it? Oh, there it is. There we go. And that should do it for us. There's some heavy over here. Let's take this guy out as quick as we can. All right.
Picking up another one of his lieutenants.
That reminds me, don't forget to pick up those bounties. Eris Morn has bounties, or a bounty. And Xander has bounties that will kind of relate to Nightfalls this week. So don't forget to pick those up. It's nice to get a little extra bonus for doing your Nightfall.
He's in a tank.
And this is basically going to be my strategy for taking this guy out, is just hammer him with the black hammer. And, use this tree as cover from his tank blasts. When he fires, just kind of make sure that that tank blast is not hitting you. It's going to hit these trees. When he's over to the right like that, you're more at risk. Yeah, that one's making it through. Whoa. That was a close call. This is where I want him to stay, is right where he's at. That way I can keep firing at him through that gap. but he has real trouble hitting me. And he's almost dead. Just gotta get that last crit spot in the back left there. There he goes.
All right, let's go get to Arin.
All right, and we'll just sparrow right through this area here. If you've got one of the faster sparrows, then that makes it a little easier. Once we get through this part, a lot of people will just sparrow it right up onto the tank. I tend not to do that. I like to kind of snipe my way through just because it's a little safer. I don't want to repeat all that I've done so far out of impatience at this point. So I'll kind of just stop up here and snipe my way through this area, especially that guy right there. There we go. Oh, I can't summon here. So I will run through here now. See if I can't get rid of that Colossus real quick. If I could crit him, that would help. There's a couple of guys right behind me there. I'm not going to worry about them, especially since my flame shield is up. All right, and that brings us to the second to last room. This room isn't too bad. You got a ton of cover here. Just take out these guys the easiest way you can figure how to do it. Generally, I'll try and take a couple of pot shots from down there. Since no burn is on, some of these guys could be a real pain in the neck. They take a ton of damage. I'd like to take out that Imperial Centurion as quickly as possible. But as you can see, he doesn't really want to go down. He's not having it. There we go. Back off, get my health back. Ammo is probably my biggest concern with the Valis fight here. Because Juggler is on, you know, I just am not going to have the ammo that I really like to. But I'll be using Icebreaker to do most of my damage. So it shouldn't be that big a deal. I know there's another guy down here. Where is he? There he is. Alright, we've got at least one Scion. 2 Scions, it looks like, over there. Alright, let's advance a little bit. Did I get them both? Alright, looks good. Pick up any ammo I can find because I'm going to need it. I don't want to do any damage with Word of Crota to the boss himself. I'm mainly going to save that ammo for scions that come after me. My main damage will be with my sniper rifle. I will get off one Yalahorn, it looks like. Run, pick up this ammo before he comes out. Alright, and this is going to be my spot. Basically, I'm going to hide here. When he's on the other side of the room, I'm going to hide here. When he's on this side of the room, I'm going to hide back there. And let's get that Yalahorn off. His rockets will hit the front of this black shield. You can see he fires very quickly. He can kill you very quickly. So we're going to switch over to that guy and that guy. And we'll just take our time with him. This is going to be a long fight. I'm going to fast forward through a lot of it, I suspect. His crit spot is tiny. There are other chi spots here. I like this one. A lot of people like to hide on that lamp. A lot of people like to hide in the corner. Behind the boxes, kind of in that corner. This is the one that I like the most. Eventually, this fight gets to the point where there are so many ads that you just can't keep up with killing them. And that's really the problem in this fight. And I'll end up kind of being stuck back there after a while. And he should start moving right around the time that I take about a quarter of his health. If any kind of regular ads start creeping on you, you can try and take them out, or you can just retreat back to those boxes there. Those rocket guys are a pain in the neck. You see how fast he takes your health down. You may be wondering why I'm not throwing my grenades at him. I'm just saving them for when he comes all the way over here. I could throw them now. They'll probably recharge by the time he gets over here. See if I can actually hit him. That looks like a good toss. Yeah. And he should be coming over here soon. I got some heavy to drop there. That's good. I'm gonna go get that while he's still on the other side. think he's on the move. Yeah. Alright, so once he kind of moves over, this becomes my new spot. And I'm basically just using these things as cover from his rockets. And the only thing you really got to watch out for is ads kind of encroaching on your personal space over here. Like that guy. If they start doing damage to you from where you're at, you can just kind of duck behind here. Get your health back up. If you don't have Icebreaker for this fight, it's going to make it much more difficult. And you're going to want to bring a ton of Synthesis. There we go. Oh. Slow and plotting. Sometimes, if you get really lucky, you can crit shot him through there. Just be careful you don't scope in so long that you kind of lose track of what's going on around you. Something's shooting me. There he is. When he actually fires the rockets, I try and get like right into that corner there. I find that offers to be the best protection. Hey, legendary engram. I can't take that guy out. Nope. Alright, I'm backing off because those guys are kind of encroaching my safety zone. I'll just work them from over here. Get rid of them. Whenever I see a video like this with like an engram just kind of sitting out there, I always read the comments. Why didn't you get that engram? I will. I'll get it. I actually want him to come back. He's past half health. I would have thought he would have come back by now. But maybe I gotta get him down to a third health to get him to actually come back. Alright, these guys are coming. And I'm out of sniper ammo, so I'm just gonna retreat a little bit here. Oh. This guy's coming back. So I'm actually gonna book it. Ah! I don't like being in the red. There we go. Let's see what else we can do here. This is a long strike, just because he's got so much health and we're not doing any burn damage. Something shot me there from the side. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, there he is. Oh, and he's on the move. Bungie did patch him a while ago to make him less predictable, but I didn't feel like it had a huge effect, really. And he's always going to kind of be aiming at the last place he just saw you. So you can kind of alternate between two sides of the same box and take pot shots at him like I'm doing now. Looks like he's down to about a quarter health. Huck a couple grenades at him. Did I hit him? No. Try that one. No. Got him with the blast. Didn't stick it though. Didn't stick the landing. He is just about dead. I think one or two more ought to do it here. There we go. Valis is dead. I hope that's a primary engram. Legendary full. What do I got on legendary here? Primary weapons full. That's not a problem. I can fix that real quick. What do I got here for a primary weapon? Let's get rid of that. Gotta love that new app. Legendary engram. I love it. So hopefully I get something cool for this. I really want the Monte Carlo game. Legendary engram. I want the Monte Carlo. That is the last exotic weapon I am looking for. 9 strange coins. What the hell? Alright, so, I mean, it is a pretty easy Nightfall, to be honest with you. It just takes a long time, and it's a ton of sniping. To be honest with you, it's more tedious than hard. So, my biggest problem is I often get too aggressive and get myself into trouble. But for the most part, it's a pretty easy thing to do. You just got to be careful. I really like that spot in the back right-hand corner. There's that other spot in the kind of in the corner near where he spawns to the left, where you can hide behind the boxes. I don't love that corner because there's a lot of times where you just can't get a shot at him. And there's the top lamp area, which I just don't like doing. I don't know why I don't like that one. I just don't. So I like that area. It also kind of moves it along at a fairly rapid pace because you always have a chance to shoot at them. I like it quite a bit. So that's going to do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.